everybody, and welcome to race number 22 of Season 3 NASCAR Walmart Cup Series. So after this race, four races were left in the chase, or four races until the chase, with the Chase LCQ at Talladega kind of looming in pretty soon. Hi, I'm Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Suzuki 300 at Road America Road Course Park. This is going to be an interesting race, and I'm joined by a special guest commentator. Please welcome back Mr. David Rivera. How are you doing today?
Doing good. How about you?
Doing good as well. And by the way, just as a side note, this race was recorded on August 8th, so it was on my birthday. So happy birthday to me, I suppose.
Indeed.
But as we take a look at the point standings heading into this race, the top 10 in points coming in who are currently in the chase at the moment are Chris Washer, Cassandra Renzi, Brandon Nichols, Austin Weiner, PJ Williams, Cody Lamas, Ryan Anderson Jr., Jessica Sheldon, Dylan Thero, and Michael Norman. And as of right now, the two wild card drivers that would get in the chase would be David Rivera and Justin Talampas, for each having 2 wins this season in Season 3. But enough of us talking for now. Let's take a look at your starting lineup for the race today here at Road America.
Imagine the dreams of a 13-year-old looking up at the sky, wondering how the world can be so cold. This kid wasn't sold it would be like this. At nighttime, wishes to be safe from this abyss. Cause this shit is something that can be dismissed. A boy born as a girl who is going through the stress. He's got a shotgun up, but can't play for the team. His school won't let him, even though it's his dream. Now he's sitting in bed with a loaded gun, thinking about blowing his brains out to kingdom come. Cause he's been bullied and teased all his life. Almost killed himself 2 years ago by slitting his wrist with a knife. I wonder if he sees the things I see for him. 10 years down the line, speaking at the forum. A college graduate up at the top of his class. The first trans NFL player up in the draft.
Well, there's a look at your starting lineup for this race. You got Ken Thero on the pole with Jessica Shelton starting in second. And then behind them you got Matt McIntyre and Seth Cole right behind them. So this, and you go up this fast uphill portion of the track, it's going to get rough and crazy here pretty quickly. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys and girls.
It's racing time.
We're going to see how this race is going to shape up as we head into this first corner, and Ken Thero gets a really solid run off of that corner. And Jessica Sheldon, it didn't look like she got going very much on that start, but now she is going to keep the second spot for the time being. And Jessica Sheldon, she wants to keep the winning streak she has had in as to winning a race every single season so far. She hasn't been to victory lane yet this season, but she does want to keep that streak going. And she's had a good season so far. She comes in 8th in the standings, but she has not been able to get that win this year. So right now with this field, and also a side note, I keep forgetting to turn off that racing line. I do apologize for that. But as I was getting ready to say, David, who do you think is a solid pick to win this race here at Road America?
Well, as of right now, I have been thinking about that, and even though I am looking at the 9 car, which would be really nice to have that win, I'm also looking at the Hershey's car right behind it too as well at the moment.
Seth Cole?
Yes.
And Seth Cole, he hasn't been to victory lane in quite a while. He went to victory lane 4 times last season in Season 2 when he drove the number 41 car for Stewart Haas Racing, but this season he's just had kind of a struggle this season, but hopefully he may get that win today as he's running up there in that third spot as they come off of the last corner, heading down the long super straightaway with the uphill, downhill part of the track. And it looks like Ken Thero leads lap number 1 here at Road America. Jessica Sheldon only lost by a half a second as far as fastest lap. But we'll see how she'll be able to manage if she can catch that 78 of Ken Thero. So as we've completed lap number 1, let's go to the back, and nobody's crashed, which is good. Let's take a look at how the field currently runs at the moment. You got Ken Thero in the lead. Second is Jessica Shelton. Third is Seth Cole. Fourth is Trent Dunham. Fifth is Alex Hawkins. Sixth is Matt McIntyre. Seventh is Ian Dutta. Eighth is Dylan Young. Ninth is going to go to Alex Pedro. 10th at the moment would be Jesse Setti. 11th is Justin Talampas. 12th is Anthony McCrory. 13th is Jekko Knight, who's been on a roll as of late. He's moved himself up to 14th in points, almost heading into that top 10. 14th is two-time winner Michael Norman. 15th, I believe, is Jordan Kolb. 16th, Charles Sanford. 17th, PJ Williams. 18th is Eric Enrage. 19th, Austin Weiner. 20th is Eric Burton. 21st is Dylan Thoreau. 22nd is Ryan Anderson Jr. 23rd is Cassandra Renzi. 24th is Henrietta Fitzwater. 25th is Jesse King. 26th, Cody Lamas. 27th, Nick Pericles. 28th, Gabe Williams. 29th, Kyle Matthews. 30th is Cody Hagan. 31st is Sonny Hammond. 32nd is Charles Jackson. 33rd is Chase Oliver. 34th is Chris Washer. 35th, Michael Walden. 36th, Kendall Maynard, the winner of Brickyard last week. 37th is Biggie Spencer. 38th, Larry Hagan. 39th, Brandon Nichols. 40th is Rue McIntyre. 41st, David Rivera. And running dead last and 42nd is Zachary Fitzwater. Meanwhile, Ken Thoreau still leads. And there is Jessica Shelton. And she's lost a lot of ground somehow. And now Seth Cole is starting to catch her for that second spot now. Something had to happen to Shelton. She might have overdrove a corner to where she's lost all that ground to the 78, because clearly Jessica Shelton was faster than Ken Thoreau, but something had to happen. So it looked like she might have overdrove a corner and lost some time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Probably around the curve or something like that. I think that's maybe where that problem came from.
Indeed. Plus, also with this track, it's very, very tricky sometimes because it feels like forever, because they take nearly 2 minutes to get through a lap around here, because it is a 4-mile road course, one of the biggest road courses we go to, though the biggest being Thornton, of being 12 miles. But at least with Thornton, you got some super fast straightaway parts of the track where it doesn't take so long. With here, you got the one super stretch, but other than that, it's a lot of twists and turns here. Now, I've got to wonder if whether or not these cars are going to end up pitting at any time during the race. They may or they may not. It all depends on what kind of strategy they're going to go for.
Yeah, hopefully, too, it's before, as we almost finish the race, and that would be really wise to actually do that before actually getting to the finish line, which will help out a lot.
And look at this battle going on for the 4th spot between Alex Hawkins and Trent Dunham. Alex Hawkins this season, compared to the season before, he's doing rather decent. If I had to say where he is in the point standings, I think he comes into the race around, I believe, like 20th or so. Trent Dunham, he's had kind of a struggle this season. I don't think he has won a race this season, but this has just been kind of similar to his Season 1, when Season 2 he won a race and almost made the chase. And then look at Ian Dutta, and Ian Dutta, he's been starting to show some progress this season compared to the previous seasons. If I had to say where he is in the points, I believe he comes in the 12th position in points, and I apologize for that little freeze up right there on the screen. But Ian Dutta, he may be 2 spots on the outside looking into the chase, but he's having a pretty good season in his first season with Roush Fenway in that 66 car. And next season, that team is going to expand when they bring in a 6th car, the number 26 car that will be driven by Dylan Thoreau in season 4. So that will be interesting. Battle is back on for the 2nd spot. Jessica Shelton and Seth Cole are going at it. And these two, or particularly Seth Cole, has been waiting for this run, and here he comes underneath of Shelton. He got a big run on that 9 car, but the 9 car is going to have a little more momentum.
Yeah, wasn't nearly as enough.
Let's see the lap time comparisons. Seth Cole was faster than both the 9 and the 78. And we are past halfway, so we're on the halfway point of the race, lap 5 of 8, after just completing lap 4. Let's look at the spectator camera angle as we're getting like a wide view of everything going on. As you can see, all the advertisements such as Suzuki, Le Mans, all that kind of stuff. And they're getting ready to head into what is a good corner to make a pass on.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody use that corner just yet, but it does help too, definitely.
Let's take a look around the back end. Right now, David Rivera is currently in the dead last position. Not the day he needed, because he wants to get into the top 10 in the points in order to get bonus points for the wins he's had. But this could be strategy depending on what's going to happen up in front of him. But then again, some of these cars around the back here have been in the back pretty much all day long. As we take a look at how the margin for the lead was last time by, less than a second, so that's not really a big lead Ken Thoreau has. It's just been stagnated at like under a second. We'll see if Sheldon or Seth Cole will be able to make up any ground on the 77 here in the next couple laps. And remember, road course racing's not yet over, because the next race we head to will be on probably one of my favorite road courses, the road course of Watkins Glen, which is going to be very, very interesting. Meanwhile, Ken Thoreau started on the pole, and he's so far dominated this race. And wow, Jessica Shelton, she ran under a 1 minute 59 second lap. That was a fast lap for Shelton. Let's see on the fastest lap ticker. Not quite the fastest. The fastest lap of the day has been Chase Oliver at 1 minute 58 seconds, .757. Then Alex Hawkins, then Jessica Shelton. But Shelton has gotten a top 3 fast lap. This could be a sign that she can probably catch the 78, and she's actually getting close to him right now, because the margin last time was about a half a second.
Yeah, with that, it really helps.
So Shelton, she's on a mission to try to get that win, and she's got a fast car under her. It's just, she just has to time her moves. But Ken Thoreau has just been running a smart race, not overdriving corners, not making much as mistakes. He's just been running a smart race, and if he does win, I think if I can say this is going to be his second career Walmart Cup Series win. If I had to remember, this could be his first, it could be his second. I'll have to look back on some old races from Season 2 when it was his rookie season to be absolutely sure. But if I had to make a guess of where he won a race before, it was at the season finale of Season 2 back at the Todd Ring, which unfortunately we're not going to this season, but it will return in Season 4. That will be when we head back to the tottering. And here comes Sheldon. She is coming fast on the 78, and this is the battle for the lead. And they're getting ready to come to the stripe to take 2 laps to go. This is the first challenge Ken Thoreau has had all race long. And she ran a much faster lap than Ken Thoreau, but Seth Cole ran faster than both of them, so he could be sneaking his way into the picture too. So this has turned into a 3-car battle for the lead and potentially the win. All 3 cars in that margin are within under 3/4 of a second of each other. And then back there is Alex Hawkins, who's trying to maybe sneak into the picture. While we're at it, let's take a look. Yes, while we're at it, let's take a look at a run through of the field again, since we haven't had any wrecks, I don't believe. Let's take a look. And no, we haven't, so let's take a look. Ken Thoreau is the leader. Second is Jessica Sheldon. Third is Seth Cole. Fourth is Alex Hawkins. Fifth is Trent Dunham. Sixth is Matt McIntyre. Seventh is Dylan Young. Eighth is Ian Dutta. Ninth is Jesse Setti. 10th is a battle between Jekko Knight and Alex Pedro. But 12th is Anthony McCreary. 13th, Michael Norman. 14th, Jordan Culp. 15th, Charles Sanford. 16th, Justin Talampas. 17th, Eric Enrage. 18th, Dylan Thoreau. 19th, Eric Burden. 20th, PJ Williams. 21st is Henrietta Fitzwater. 22nd, Austin Weiner. 23rd, Jesse King. 24th, Cody Lamas. 25th, Nick Pericles. 26th, Cassandra Renzi. 27th, Charles Jackson. 28th, Ryan Anderson Jr. 29th, Cody Hagan. 30th, Sonny Hammond. 31st, Kendall Maynor. 32nd, Gabe Williams. 33rd, Chase Oliver. 34th, Michael Walden. 35th, Kyle Matthews. 36th, Larry Hagan. 37th, points leader Chris Washer. 38th, Biggie Spencer. 39th, Zachary Fitzwater. 40th, Rue McIntyre. 41st, David Rivera. 42nd, Brandon Nichols. And it's side by side again for the lead, and the white flag is out. Who is going to get the win? Will it be Jessica Sheldon, Ken Thoreau, or Seth Cole? It's going to come down to one of these 3 cars.
Exactly. It looks like to me, as of right now, it's either the 78 or the 9 car as of right now, with that head-to-head struggle too as well. So anything can happen. I'm thinking maybe at least the 9 car can actually get that push, that she really needs. So only time to tell.
Yes, and Sheldon didn't have as fast of a lap as the 78, but it was very close, but she is right there to the 78. But the 52 of Seth Cole is lurking his way into the picture. And Alex Hawkins, he's been kind of gradually getting his way up there, but not enough time for him to make any moves.
Yeah.
Jessica Sheldon's going to have a few opportunities at the 78. She's going to have to like dive bomb a corner and hope to make it stick and get a little bit of a bumper edge over the 78, but will she be able to do it? But Ken Thoreau is having his dominant day. Led every lap so far, but Sheldon, she's been showing that she can get to the 78. She's going to have to make a move. The last corner, she's able to get to the side of the 78. If she can get there to him and drive it harder, she might get around the 78, but we'll see as they are getting closer to each other. And we're about to the final corners of the track. So this is the battle for the win between Jessica Sheldon and Ken Thoreau, with Seth Cole lurking in the shadows here. And here they come. And it's side by side, not really, and it doesn't look like it's going to work for Sheldon. Coming to the checkered flag, Ken Thoreau wins at Road America, but Sheldon was right there on the back bumper.
What a race.
For the 3rd time this season, and then the 3rd time in all of Walmart Cup Series, a driver led every single lap and won.
That's something.
That happened twice this season with Austin Weiner. Now it's Ken Thoreau who got the win, but unbelievable performance by that 78 car.
Oh yeah, you're not kidding, and well done too for the 78.
As there you see the rest of the cars are coming by, and somehow no crashes, although I see Brandon Nichols, he has a little buckle on his hood, but not really a big deal, but that was the closest to anything that has happened to any cars in this race. But
Mhm.
no crashes, no cars out of the race. Great day.
Yeah, nice and clean all day.
And now let's take a look at the official results for the race. Ken Thoreau gets either his first or his second career Walmart Cup Series win. I'll have to take a look at the race from Todd Ring because I'm thinking now is the race that he did win. But Jessica Sheldon, so close again to picking up her seventh career Walmart Cup Series win. But this will move her highly up into the point standings. She comes away with second. Seth Cole needed this run, and he's going to probably move up a lot in the point standings. Alex Hawkins, solid fourth place finish, and Trent Dunham rounds out the top five with a solid fifth. Matt McIntyre, great run of sixth. He needed this run. Dylan Young needed this run of seventh. Ian Dutta, this could move him into the top 10. And so that's going to be good. And I think Ken Thiero has just run out of fuel. So they only had one lap to the good on fuel, it looked like. So they were a lap away from making pit stops, it looked like. And so the 78 has run out of gas in the middle of the track, and he's not even close to pit road yet. But anyways, Jesse Setti, another solid top 10 finish. This could move her into the top 20 in points. And Jekko Knight, solid top 10 finish of 10th. This could move him into the top 10. It depends on how other drivers in front of him in points finished. Oh, and then we got a wreck at the end. Austin
Oh
Weiner
man.
gets into Ken Thiero because he didn't realize the 78 was out of fuel. But that
Oh
don't
yeah.
matter. But that was just odd what we just saw.
At
But
least the race is over, thank God.
yeah, and yes, the 78 is out of fuel, and then he gets
Oh,
another hit
yeah.
from Zachary Fitzwater, but nonetheless, that was the end of the race, so nothing really mattered. But the rest of the top 20 was Alex Pedro, Anthony McCrory, Jordan Culp, Michael Norman, Charles Sanford, Justin Talampas, Dylan Thoreau, Eric Enrage, Eric Burton, and P.J. Williams. The rest of the top 30 was Henrietta Fitzwater, Austin Weiner, Jesse King, Cody Lamas, Nick Pericles, Charles Jackson, Cassandra Renzi, Ryan Anderson Jr., Cody Hagan, Sonny Hammond, and more cars actually ran out of fuel, it looked like. Justin Talampas and Jesse Setti, and they're all just stuck there. And they're backing up, and now they finally teleport to pit road, but the rest of the top 40 was Kendall Maynard, Chase Oliver, Gabe Williams, Larry Hagan, Michael Walton, Kyle Matthews, Biggie Spencer, Chris Washer, Zachary Fitzwater, Rue McIntyre, and the final two cars were David Rivera and Brandon Nichols. No cars were out of the race, but tough break for the 6 and the 12 and a lot of other drivers. But that does it for our coverage today here at Road America. The next race we head to will be another road course race, Watkins Glen, and me and David will be commentating for that, but we'll see you there. But first, here are your results, rookie points, and regular points.
Boy, could even be you. You'll be amazed at the things that a person can do when they have enough drive and the right state of mind. Nobody's ever gonna even get close to your shine. So if you find you wanna be a doctor, a priest, an astronaut, a fireman, or join the police, be on the silver screen, become a movie star, or be a pro racer and drive fast cars. It don't matter the age, it don't matter the color, it don't matter the gender or who you love. If you got it in your heart, then go ahead and do it. If you have a gift, then please go ahead and use it. Cause I was feeling stupid while trying to do music, thinking that I had no voice and that I was useless. But as I write this down, I can see what I mean. Nobody ever will stop me from achieving my dreams.